Oh, you're okay. You're okay. Oh, hello. It's not technically morning anymore, but at least for me, but I figure for other people. Hello, happy Saturday. Had a very summery beer. I did have to retake the thumbnail a couple of times. Oh my god. Yeah, it's super nice out. It's like 60 something. Yeah, I'm really excited. And this is a strawberry pink lemonade sour beer. I had a black t-shirt on before, but it's really sunny. So oh, it kept changing. Oh, that's funny. Oh. Yeah, what is, oh, it's the, okay, sorry. There was a weird noise. Oh. Oh, I wonder if, I wonder, let me finish my thoughts. If, I wonder if Guinness has a sour. The only non-traditional Guinness, like their usual stout, that I've had is their blonde, which wasn't too bad. I remember splitting a 6-pack with my dad a couple years ago, and it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I got this curbside earlier today from a Rockingham, which is my favorite. But yeah, this is I can't tell what's the reflection and what's on screen. It's so bright out. But yeah, it's Floyd, as in Pink Floyd, and a little flying pig. But yeah, they came right out and just dropped it in the passenger seat of my truck, and I was on my way. I do also have a little pup. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, he's chilling in some sun. Usually when it's warm out, the second the sunlight hits him, no matter, it doesn't even have to be warm actually, as long as there's like a dry section of grass for him to flop in, it's just tummies up. He loves getting sun tummies. But yeah, I like that the breweries are able to do curbside right now. Oh, here it's happening. Hold on. This is just his standard position when he's outside. Oh my god, you were so cute. I love this dog. So hard. Aw, kitties. Yeah, I was talking with my sister yesterday about how we both miss having cats, but then when I only had cats, I desperately missed having dogs. Where I like them both. Dogs are a bigger commitment, but yeah, I like them both just as much as each other. There is it's less stressful, I guess, depending on the cat, just because you don't have to worry about like bathroom breaks and all that stuff. And you can hear the birds. This dog is so excited to be out. Neighbors are mowing their yards. Hopefully that's not too loud. Oh yeah, when the pet is snuggling and you like, a limb is falling asleep, or you desperately have to go to the bathroom or something. Are the neighbors' dogs yelling? When it's been sunny out, I've come to sit in the sun with Bert, and we'll just be sitting in the grass for like half an hour at a time, and I just like watch him sniff everything. It's so cute. So many smells. This is his first New England spring, so I'm curious what he's gonna think of all the flowers and everything. It's coming up on lilac season in the next month or so, hopefully. We've had a lot of rain lately, so I'm hoping that'll just help everything come May bloom and be lush and green and everything. Yes, I did. I did curl it, and I dyed it, no, today's Saturday. Oh, I just got a funny text. Okay. Yeah, I dyed it 2 days ago. Thursday. That means Thursday. Thanks. Yeah, I haven't felt like doing anything with my hair, but then because I just haven't liked how it looked, but I also wasn't going to get a haircut. I mean, even before current circumstances were happening. So I finally was like, well, I hate how it looks all the time anyway. And I had been shaving the back insides myself for years at this point. But I was like, we're gonna try to cut the top and more than just cut down the split ends. I probably chopped like a third of the length off the top. And yeah, I'm not mad at how it came out. I mean, I can only do so much damage, so yeah, I think I did it fairly evenly, and I can do this without it immediately falling back down, because when it was longer, it also took longer to curl. It took more hair dye. I just like having shorter hair, and I don't know why I kept letting it go long, because I didn't like how it looked down. I didn't like having it up all the time, where I don't mind when it's short curling it, because it takes like, from start to finish, it's like 5 minutes, maybe. Maybe 10 if I'm like going back over the ends and stuff. But it's really not that much work. But then again, like any effort into my hair feels like work. This wasn't like ice cold when I opened it. And what's that? Oh, there's chipmunks over there. Are you watching them? God, I love this dog so much. Yeah, sours that are sitting in the sun don't hold up quite as well. Where if you have like a dark beer and it's warming in the glass, it's not too bad. So I feel like I'm gonna drink this kind of quick, just to drink it at like the best state. Oh, hi, Francesca. See, I've never been able to grow my hair past like here, maybe. I think the longest it's ever been is down here, and I hated it. But I just thought like, oh, some people just don't like their hair. And then I started cutting it shorter and shorter and shorter, and getting more brave with dyeing it myself, and like I started bleaching it the past 10 years, and not even the past 10, like the past 6 or 7 maybe. And I actually have fun with my hair now. Yeah, we outside today. You know, yeah, putting it, sorry, I have itchy boob. Yeah, I sure should have put this in like an insulated tumbler. Do that real New England thing where you drink a mixed drink out of like a Dunkin's cup. I will do that on my second. Oh, it's the reflection. Because it's so bright, the screen looks darker to me. And like the reflection on my screen protector is making, like it looks like I'm really zoomed in and you're only seeing like this part of my face and like this much of my glass, but it's filling up the whole screen. But no, that's just the reflection. Yeah, it's like 60 Fahrenheit. Oh, there's like a little bit of a breeze. I'm honest, like I'm in shorts. I'm gonna kick off my shoes because it's too hot. I'm in like summer gear now. I run kind of warm, not as warm as my sister. Holy fucking shit, that woman is like a furnace. But yeah, I run pretty warm. Oh, Are you gonna get? No, you'll let me know when you're too hot. Bert has black fur. By the way, Bert's here, for those of you that did not see him already. Do you want some sun pennies? No? You're over it? Because he has black fur, I worry about him, like, overheating. But he's pretty good at, like, there's some shade. I have you guys on a table. Oh, you can see it. I have you guys on a table. So hopefully he'll let me know when he's too warm. He's starting to, like, rotate, so I'm actually gonna move the table. Or I'll just move myself and then tuck him under the table. Here, you wanna get out of the sun? Come here, you're okay. I'm just gonna scoot you over here in the shade. Oh my goodness. You're such a loaf. Okay, is that better? There, you get some shade. Now you're not roasting. Okay, everybody's good. He was like flipping side to side every couple seconds, so I could tell. He's getting kind of warm. Not panting yet. He just tanked on water before we came out too. Oh shit, I hope my phone doesn't get too hot. Maybe I can like drape my shirt over it. That's not affecting the view? Okay, that'll keep some of the sun off of it. I didn't think of that. Also, I'm outside, so I'm limited to my battery life, as well as having a video chat date with a friend of mine at 3. So, I do have more of a time limit today. I was looking back at some of the other live stream run times, and they were like 3.5 hours. Yeah, it's nice and cool in my sewing room. Excuse me. So if I have stuff to do in there later, it won't be like oppressively hot, where on like a hot summer day, there's just no escaping the heat. And it is like a sweatbox in there. Where I think I'm gonna try to make a point to sew outside more. I did it once or twice last year. I think because of you, actually, Francesca. So yeah, I'm gonna make a point because I have this little table and my sewing machine fits on it, and yeah, it'll just get me to be outside more. Those are a lot of our neighbors have dogs. I only usually hear that one though. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't know if they can hear me. Not that I particularly care. Yeah, I feel like I'd be a little too cool in the shade, but I am like, I may have to move into the shade. That's how warm I am right now, but it's comfortable enough. There's like the slightest breeze where it's been so windy here. I saw that a tornado touched down in Connecticut, which is not that far from me. And yeah, the wind has been absolutely bonkers. I genuinely was concerned I was gonna get like eviscerated by a flying sign while I was filling up my gas tank the other day. Oh my God, this beer. I'm so excited about this beer. Also, I specifically poured this one because it's early in the day. I have a lot of stuff I gotta do later, like fun hangout stuff, but I have a lot going on for the rest of the afternoon and evening, and like good dinner plans that are a little more involved than just like throwing a frozen pizza in the oven, although maybe at least that's my backup plan. But yeah, this is only 4%, so I won't get too crazy, even though I'm like, is a much faster pace than I usually drink. Only 48. Yeah, it's been like right around, like just above freezing here for the past like couple weeks. There's been a couple warm days that are nice and sunny, but then the wind is like intolerable to be outside. Oh, have you been making masks? That's awesome, Carrie. Yeah, I have a couple. I have like one outstanding order right now from a friend of mine, or a friend's mom. I'm gonna make her some. I'm gonna send my brother one. Just because I feel like he probably won't wear one otherwise. So yeah, I'm gonna send one his way, maybe some extra ones for my mom. My brother and mom live together. And then yeah, I really just want to make sure that the people I know that haven't had one, or maybe don't have the means to have one, like I'm just gonna make some ahead of time and be like, I'm gonna deliver these to whoever may need them. But I do appreciate the people that have purchased some. I mean, I'm using material that I already had laying around, but that stuff I bought forever ago and then did nothing with. So yeah, and I wore my brand new one, my Deathly Hallows one. I wore that. I had to get a couple things at the grocery store earlier. I think we're probably good for another week. I was thinking I'd have to do like a big grocery trip this week. But I think I can hold off for another one. Oh, Sama! And Lily, hello! Oh my god, the snow lately! What the heck is happening? We didn't get a lot, it didn't like stick around, but I had to like brush off my windshield twice in the past like 10 days. I mean, spring snow is a thing, but I don't want that on top of everything else we're dealing with. Yeah, oh, I started to read your comment about making masks. 22 is a lot. Although making the like face cover part isn't that time consuming for me. It's the straps. And I know lots of people have recommended doing it any other way than the way I've been doing it, but I have so much extra fabric from like bed sheets that I was going to use for skirt linings, and just fabric I just have no other use for, like that huge roll of that like seafoam green color stuff. I've been using that for strapping, and it's more time consuming, but I have more of that material available. So yeah, it's been easier doing that way. I do still have some elastic, so if people have specific requests, there's a bunch of birds and shit back here, and I keep hearing them in the bushes. But yeah, I have some elastic, but I personally don't like wearing them with elastic, so I've just been letting people request it if they want it. Like the ones I need to finish today, they wanted elastic loops, which, I mean, costume materials is probably more, because elastic is not super cheap, but it's also a fairly small length. I'm just doing like 8-inch loops on each side, and then it's just quicker because I only have to bind the edges, and then I just slide the elastic through the binding, and then they're done, rather than doing binding on the edges and then the straps. So it cuts out making the straps and then also attaching the straps. But I am likewise kind of taking a break. I want to send, there are 4 I need to make for this person that have elastic loops. I want to have those sent out Monday, and I also want to squeeze one in for my brother. I'll make him one, and I'll probably also send that out Monday. But yeah, I think that'll be my task later in the day. I've kind of been taking like half days off. So Thursday was actually, oh, he fell asleep. Here's what Bert is up to. I don't know if you can see. Did it disappear? Oh no. Oh, it rotated weird. Okay, never mind. What's up? Did I bother you? I'm sorry. He wants to sit on my lap, but it's too hot for that. Anyway, his birthday was Thursday. He's 12 years old now. And yeah, I took most of the morning off. I think I started doing work like early afternoon through the night, and then was up pretty late filming a video and everything, making another mask for myself. And then yesterday I edited for a few hours. It takes so long to edit, and I really need to be better about filming before Thursday night so that like the rendering time and upload time, I can just do that overnight earlier in the week. So like I did all my chores this morning, so I'm good for the week. I do have to put the bed sheets back on the bed. But I already put all my laundry and stuff away and did all the vacuuming, and all of those things. Oh, good. He's eating dirt. Bert, stop. Oh my God. He dug such a big pile and like hid it under the blanket he's sitting on. You're a maniac. Yeah, anyway, I got all my chores done earlier today. I have a video call with a friend of mine later this afternoon. So then maybe tomorrow I'll film a video. I think gathered skirt is next. I think I'm finally just gonna do that for myself because like you're saying, Carrie, I need to just take a break from doing masks so I don't burn myself out. I'm not at that point yet, but if I continue at the rate I had been going, where it was like, plus I'm still working, like at a part-time job. Every other day I was doing a batch of 25 or so, including like making the bias tape, and it's just a lot. And yeah, I don't want to like push myself over the limit, so I can't do that when I need to. Lunch on the porch of a log cabin in the woods sounds perfect. Hopefully the background noise isn't too loud. I'm sure you can hear the lawnmowers going. Everyone's outside right now, but all the neighbors are far enough away that hopefully it's just dull background noise. Hell yeah, I have, oh, I have 3 4-packs. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Rockingham is actually, it's been my favorite brewery for years. I know I yell about them the most, although I like all the local breweries, with one exception. If any of you ever come around these parts and ask me about beer things, I will dish on the garbage one, but as no one's safety is in question living further away, as most of you do, I'm not going to worry about it. It won't put them on blast unnecessarily, but I don't let people go there. Fuck, that place sucks. Anyway, all the other breweries, I like all of them, but I especially like Rockingham. And I am technically still an employee for them. It's just all the events have been canceled and like tastings and stuff. So we'll see what happens going forward as far as doing Brewfest. I think things are gonna just be different for a while. But because I'm an employee there, they have been scolding me for ordering their beer online. But I've got 2 4-packs and they're only like $12 each. That is literally the only thing I've bought myself during all of this is 2 4-packs and then 2 $6 bottles at another brewery. And I've been saving and penny pinching for so long this year that like I can spend $25 on myself. Not that I have to justify it, but like this is how strict I am with my finances, as I'm still feeling a little guilty for buying it, but because I work there and stuff, they kept putting extra beer into my into the bag that they brought out. So I ordered this strawberry pink lemonade beer, which is so good. I'm so glad I have 3 more cans of this. But they added in like this red IPA that I really like. They added a 4-pack of that. And then a couple weeks ago, I got Habanero Javelina, which is a spicy IPA, which is my all-time favorite beer forever and always. And yeah, I got a 4-pack of that. But then they also gave me like a mango pineapple IPA, which I don't normally like either of those things, but mixed in with other stuff, it was super good. So I still have all of the Habanero Javelina. So I still have 4 IPAs. I have the red IPA they gave me, and then 3 more cans of this, plus one of the coffee porters I bought at From the Barrel. I think I still have a homebrew in the fridge that I haven't touched. But yeah, anyway, I have a lot of chat to catch up on. Yes, Carrie, I'm also, it's just all from stash. I haven't bought a single thing to make any of these masks. So anybody that throws a couple bucks my way, I know I'm spending a lot of time making them, and I know that's not free, but I'm also trying to donate some of them. So like, I'm not viewing my time in the same way I would with like other orders. Oh, you pulled over, Francesca. Aw. A heat wave in April just sounds rough. I mean, like it's warm today. I wouldn't call it hot. I'm getting warm, leaning on the hot side because I'm sitting in direct sunlight, but it's 60 degrees. Maybe, I think they said it was gonna get up to 63, and this is like ideal for me. I get uncomfortably warm for like the entire summer months, so that's not my favorite. But spring days like this, a bird legit almost just cracked into my face. Cool. We're in nature, guys. We're like right outside my house, but can you hear Bert chewing his paws? Yeah, I think the next batch of masks I make, I would like to try a couple that are the Olsen style, instead of the AB masks. Although, like, I feel like I'm pretty efficient at putting together the AB masks, like the actual face part, and I do them in big batches. So like, this is another reason I feel weird accounting for my time in the same way I would for like a custom order for something, because I'm like pinning all the pleats in place while I'm watching comedy specials with my partner. So like, it's kind of keeping me awake during movies, so I'm not as bothered about my time as I would if I was like dedicating 2 entire days to making someone a custom dress, which is something I need to do now that things are starting to open up. Not yet, but in the next, what's today, the 25th? In about 2 weeks, I think they're gonna open up some of the restaurants and stuff. I'm sure they'll have different rules. I'm sure it's gonna be very weird for a long time, but yeah, I have a custom order for someone for whenever they get to have like a reopening party. Not party, their anniversary happened during the lockdown, so they wanted to do like a, you know, have beer specials and do an event thing. Once it's safe to like have crowds around again. But I don't know when that's gonna be. Oh damn, that's a lot of elastic. Yeah, the costume shop I used to work at has had boxes of supplies they're getting rid of. I'm sure to help like make space there, but also so that if there are any crafty kids in town, they can come and like get fabric. And she even had like leather and stuff out. And I was really tempted to go over and like scoop up the elastic and stuff that she had out. And there was some lace, a lot of gathered lace though. And we used it a lot at the costume shop, but it's not something I want on my garments, I don't think. So yeah, I was really tempted, because normally if she was throwing anything out while I was working there, I was like, I'm taking all of this home, which is probably why I have so much fabric to work through for these masks. The money is nice, but I need sleep. That is, I need to cross stitch that like onto a pillow. Francesca, I 1000% agree with the, I could be making masks as well, but I don't need the drama of dealing with panicked buyers. 1000%. That's why I haven't made an Etsy listing yet. Thankfully, I've been kept busy by friends and family, and then like friends and family of the friends and family. So it's been people that like I know personally, or there's only like a 1 degree of separation type thing. Some friends asked me about making an Etsy listing for, they work for like big companies that want like fun nerdy masks, and I'm trying to figure out the pricing for that for people that I don't actually know, because I should be charging more, and if I'm going to go into that realm where it's not friends and family anymore, I should charge at least a couple dollars more. But we'll see. I'm partway through the time trial. I need to figure out how long it takes to make and attach the straps. So that's the next part, but I'm like dreading doing a whole batch. So that's probably gonna be maybe I'll do that Monday. Yeah, maybe if I'm not working Monday. Well, I say not working. If I'm not working at my job, then I will come work at my own job. I'm trying not to stress myself out about it, but it's something that I should figure out anyway. But yeah, I'm not really looking to have them yeah, I'm not really looking to have it as an Etsy listing just because I do not want to deal with people. Lazy Bear Suds? Is that a brewery? Lazy Bear's a good name. Oh, a cute thing that's happened with Rockingham is there's a woman that does graphic design, and it's one of those I don't even want to say friend crush because I haven't even like spoken to her before. I've talked to her boyfriend a couple times and he's really nice, but I've never talked to her, and like I know we'll get along, but I have the cool girl complex that happens where I'm like afraid to say hi, and this has happened with like literally every person I've ever befriended. So someone who I'm very close friends with now, I was already friends with her husband, and then her and I met, but like we were both intimidated by each other for some reason, and like too afraid to talk to each other because we both thought the other one was like way too cool. And yeah, it's weird how that happens, but now we're really good friends. So similarly, I am afraid of this person in the same capacity, but she made like really cool like if you look up on Instagram like GIFs in the Instagram story section, if you type in Rockingham, you can get little oh, there's another pup coming over. Oh, hi. Hey, Bert, you know him. Did you guys hear him growl? You can come over. No, he's done with us. I hope you heard Bert's tiny growl. He tries to be so vicious. Oh, I can still hear him jiggling. Anyway, there's really cool little graphics on Instagram if you look up Rockingham, and it's of the little pig in a rocking chair. Oh, off he goes. I love that dog. Yeah, I don't know if we're required to wear masks, but they're recommended, like how the federal government has recommended it. Like you're not going to get kicked out of a store for not wearing them. And honestly, half the people around here don't. And part of me is like, I want to ask if they need masks because I will make them for them. But a lot of them very much give off a vibe where they think it's all bullshit. Because I live in the live free or die state. Fucking idiots. Oh, that's good to know the Olsen ones are quick. They look quick because you're like the shaping is in how the fabric is cut, and you're not like you're sewing the center together, but you're not having to fuck with darts and everything. Hi, Ruby. Sam, I just read your thing about not having the bias tape maker. I did, not to be like, if you watch my video, but if you just lay some pins down on an ironing board strategically. It'll probably take a little finagling to figure out like how far in they have to go, but you can totally just like fold it the way you want it under some pins and then just like start pulling it through, and it should hold the shape in the same way a bias tape maker will. Hopefully that helps, but also like give yourself some time off. And yes, I do plan to charge more for the like not friends and family discount. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is initially I was like, the first 2 weeks of this, I was like, well, if I don't make masks now, then it's like no one's gonna need them in 2 weeks. But that's definitely not the case. And also, like, I'm thinking just for me personally, I am certainly gonna want to be wearing masks coming like fall winter time. I mean, no part of me is looking forward to grocery shopping for the next year, so I feel like that's just gotta be a thing that I do from now on. Oh, the thought of like going into Boston and riding the T without one, it's just not gonna happen. So yeah, it's probably gonna go for a while that people need them. Ooh, small safety pin is brilliant. Yeah. Oh, I'm offended at your comment, Sama. You are so talented. It just seems difficult and undoable because you haven't tried it yet, but you're gonna get the hang of it in no time. I have made so much fucking bias tape just this month, but I used to make a lot of it at the costume shop. It was one of the first things I learned how to do there, and like, I still don't do it perfectly. I need to like re-iron sections of it sometimes, even with the bias maker, like with the proper tools for it. But for the most part, like, and that's my fault because it's not like I stopped paying attention and it wasn't feeding in straight, which is why I put pins like at the edge of the ironing board and just have the unironed pile like on the floor, so it's feeding up straight and like untwisting as it's hanging, if that makes sense. But you've totally got this. You just got to give it a go, and then you'll be like, oh, of course. It seems more complicated than it is, but I think for me at least, and we have the same brain, so I feel like this is probably how you operate as well. It like seems way more complicated, and like I could never do that before I give it a try. But like I used to feel that way about doing gathering, and now it's one of my favorite things to do. It's still tedious and a pain in the ass, and it's not quick at all, but it's not hard, I don't think. We'll see how things go when I finally film my gathered skirt video. But they're my favorite style skirt to wear, and especially now that it's getting warmer, like, it's time. And I have so much fun fabric to use for it. Yeah, it's gonna be good. How are we doing on battery? We're okay. We're still at like a decent amount. Right? Yeah, okay. Well, that's good. Ooh, I'm hungry. Even though I ate right before I left for the store, but that was at like 11:45. I made myself a breakfast sandwich, and it was great. I didn't want to give myself any reason to stop at Taco Bell when I was at the grocery store that's near a Taco Bell, because I thought about it. I went through a drive-through at Burger King yesterday because what bird is that? I don't know what that bird call was. I can hear the turkey down the hill now. I was talking about something and then got distracted by birds. It doesn't matter. Also, this beer is so warm. I should have put it in the fridge for longer, or like you suggested, have like a tumbler for it. It's still so good though. Goddamn, they did such a good job. They don't do a lot of sours at Rockingham. I just love the little floating pig. Ooh, that's a great question, Ruby. So around like St. Patrick's Day, there were some people that booked a trip down to Florida because it was cheap, and I didn't say anything, and they came back and like they're fine. But now they're complaining about people being out, and I was like, man. I mean, I get they learned, I guess. But there's a woman I used to work with. I wouldn't call us friends, but we're like acquaintances, and I like her. And she's been doing her own nails at home, and she hasn't liked how they've been coming out. So she was asking about doing like a at home, like have someone come and do a house call. And the rage that rose within me, that was the third thing I saw over the course of like a very bad day. That was last weekend. Or like this past, a week ago today. I found out a friend of mine's on a ventilator. He's off now. He has a lot of rehab and stuff to go through, but like, he's okay. Not many people come off the ventilators. So, I've known a couple people that have like had it, but it hasn't been severe or anything. He's the only person I know that's been hospitalized, and it was like 2 solid weeks of being on a ventilator, and no one knew if he was coming back off. So I learned about that. I saw the protesters at the State House. Not just our State House, all over the country, but I saw that. It was just like, how was this happening? And then I saw my friend, or my acquaintance, post about looking for someone to do a house call to do her nails because she didn't feel like she was doing that good of a job on her own. So I commented, it was like, hey, I finally bit the bullet and like cut my own hair, which I've been cutting the sides and back like I was saying earlier, but I hadn't cut the top mop myself, other than just like trimming the ends a little bit. But I like properly cut my hair and was okay if it wasn't gonna come out okay. I thankfully did a pretty good job, which was as much of a surprise to me as anybody else. But so I commented about this and was like, I finally bit the bullet in this, and then wrote, after hearing that a friend of mine is on a ventilator, I realized appearances are not worth risking getting someone sick. And then everyone else that had been commented being like, haha, yeah, I know, right? I wish I could have a nail appointment at my house. No one else commented after that. So I don't know if they were just like, what the fuck is this girl's deal? And didn't want to respond. I didn't like finger point, but I just addressed like how that made me feel, basically. It was like, I don't know. I figured giving the example of like something I had done in place of, you know, there are people I could call. I have my hairdresser's number that I used to go see, and have had her like touch up the top over the past couple of years. I have her number. I could have been like, would you like to come do a house call? But that's irresponsible and shitty, so I didn't. So yeah, I commented on her thing, and then everyone else stopped talking. So it was a buzzkill thing, but I'm okay being a buzzkill right now. Wouldn't you feel so dumb? And like, I personally would lose sleep if I did something like that and then that person got sick, or I got sick off that person. Like, it can turn very bad very fast. So why risk it? And this is why, I was talking about Burger King earlier. I feel very bad and very dumb for going to get fast food drive-through, but like we ate a pretty early dinner, and then both of us were like, fuck, we need more food, and I didn't have anything here to make for like a second dinner, basically. So I was like, you know, we haven't done in like months is gotten like fast food. So we went to go to Taco Bell, but the line was too long. So I went to a Burger King. I got a veggie burger, and they were out of onion rings, which is like not the thing to complain about, but that's kind of why I wanted to go to Burger King. And I got onion rings at the store this morning. I will get my fix. I will survive. Everything will be fine. But yeah, I got the veggie burger, and the person working, who like, I'm sure he doesn't have too much choice in not going to work, but they had a face shield over the window, so like the top half of the window was blocked off with a piece of plastic, which I commend them for, but there were no gloves, no masks, and I watched him do the whole transaction ahead of us, because you know, it's like the window juts out a little bit, so you can kind of see what they're doing, and the cash register, like you can see all the shit. So I watched him like take care of everything for the person in front of us, take their card, run it through, touch the screen, hand them all their stuff back, and then there was no washing or rinsing between that happening, and like no hand sanitizer or anything happening before he started interacting with us. And like I died a little inside. I didn't want to eat any of it. It like I was already feeling really anxious, and yeah, felt dumb for doing it. Like I could have just had sandwiches or like something. There must have been a grocery store open that I could have run into to get something to eat. But I also feel guilty and anxious about literally any time I leave the house. So yeah, it's frustrating. Oh, you had a friend that was oh no. I think if I knew I had it, I certainly would be going to work. I wouldn't. I would not be leaving the house. I don't think there's anything that could get me out of the house unless it was like driving to pick someone up that needed a ride, that literally their interaction with me was like sitting in the passenger seat of my truck, and I picked them up and dropped them off somewhere. And by someone, I mean if my partner needed a ride. But even then, I wouldn't even go to a gas station. Yeah, I used to get made fun of a lot for cutting my own hair, and boy am I thankful that that's not something I have to at all think about during any of this. It mostly looks like I do my own hair, especially the coloring, but like I just can't afford it to go to a salon to take care of it, and like during times like this, I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I've never gotten a manicure. I paint my nails once in a while, but it's been years, I think. Yeah, like I went to a grocery store to do like a mini trip just to get a couple things to like get us through the weekend, because we're out of eggs basically, and I can't not have eggs. I mean, if they were out, I would deal, but we need that and like a couple other things. Something for like lunch and dinner tomorrow. And if I ate the last egg here tomorrow, then a grocery trip needed to happen. I only needed like less than 10 things. Where part of me is like, I should have just waited to do a big haul to limit my times out. But doing this mini haul means I don't have to do a big haul for like a while now, another week maybe. So it did its job, I think. But also going to the grocery store, like you're going in, as long as you're keeping away from other people and you have a face mask on, I feel like you're probably not doing that much harm. And as long as you're dealing with the checkout situation safely. I've been doing the self-checkout when I can, when it's an option. And all the grocery stores I go to have hand sanitizer at the checkout, so I can like wipe down my card right away, go over my hands, and then like I'll still have it on my hands when I go to grab the handles. So even if I'm touching the bag where the other person touched the bag, I'm still like, I'm being as safe as I can in store. But at least this particular store is quieter than like the big one in town, so I didn't get too stressed out going today, which is also helpful. Like not having to pull my cart over so I can ugly cry by the cereal is like much more helpful. So I feel good about that. Ooh, yeah. I was thinking of getting delivery, but it said it was like a 45-minute to an hour-long wait, which is pretty typical for like food getting delivered. But part of me, I was just like so brain fried, and I should have thought of it earlier in the evening. I would have just gotten like pizza or something delivered. I very badly want calzones now, because I told my partner like, I almost ordered us calzones instead of dealing with this like Burger King debacle. Plus the amount of time we had to wait and drive around, it was at least that long, and it would have been safer for everybody had we just gotten delivery. So I do feel silly for not having done that. That is encouraging to hear, though, because, like, as I'm sure is the case for a lot of people, like, there's so much misinformation, and I'd rather be overcautious than not and, like, risk hurting someone. Where odds are, if I got it, it's possible I could have already had it or currently have it. Who knows? Like, I'll probably be fine. I do already have a fucked up chest situation, so like I also think if there was any issue with my breathing, it would be very obvious. I have felt short of breath for like a while, but that also happens when I'm really anxious. So like I have compression on my lungs at all times, so like yeah. But yeah, I have been finding myself like if we get a delivery in like Amazon delivery or something. I haven't been ordering from them, but if someone needs like car parts or whatever, we just like leave it in our mudroom for like a day. There's never been a rush for any of the stuff we've gotten. So it's, yeah, that's like the one little precaution we've been taking as far as getting stuff delivered. And even grabbing the mail, same thing. I just kind of like, I'll toss it down and then like go back the next day or like later that day to check it, just for my own anxiety, I guess. Hi, Alyssa. Yeah, I was wondering what the hospitals were like with all this. Like, I know they have separate COVID units, but like what being in the hospital for other stuff is like. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people making the ear savers. That's another reason I've been just making the masks with the ties instead of the elastics. Is just to cut out that whole part too. So yeah, hopefully just making some with ties. Yay, okay, that's good to know. Well, I can't source it, so like, who knows if it's true, but I heard like it can live for so long on like plastic and metal, like even cardboard. I think it's a cardboard up to 24 hours. I don't know if that's right though. But yeah, that's what has been calming me when we get boxes. It's just leaving them in the mudroom for a day. I got really stressed out going to the bank the other day because I went to use the ATM and I didn't have any wipes to like wipe down the machine before I touched it. And I wasn't wearing gloves or anything, but I left the house just to deposit a check, and the ATM was not like taking the check, like the slot opened and it had the like rollers going. I'm sure it's just getting overused right now. And things are getting worn out, but yeah, I went to like put the check in. I tried 3 different times, it wasn't taking it, and then I started like basically punching buttons and getting really, really aggressive at the machine, and that's not something I tend to do. Like when I'm mad, it goes inside. I get very quiet, and then I will mull things over and I like move very fast. Like at one of my older jobs, if I got mad at someone, I worked with the same like 6 other people for 10 years, so there were definitely times where I would get mad at work. I would just like work really fast. And just hyper focus on my work, and like that got me to calm down. But I had no other place to exert. I was like trapped at the ATM until I got my card back. So yeah, I just needed to rage at the ATM for a minute, and I couldn't do anything. It wasn't the ATM's fault. So I could tell I was not having a great day. And then I pulled over and cried in a parking lot for a while. You know, typical. Ooh, lessons from the front line. That sounds interesting. Yeah, it's like there's a lot of like, oh, thanks to our heroes on the front lines, but I am curious what their experiences are. So the place I work part-time, like we alter uniforms for the essential workers right now. I mean, we do all the time, but we are an essential business because we help the essential businesses, if that makes sense. So we make uniforms for like the firefighters and police and EMTs and nurses and everything, and like hospital kitchen staff. But we're only doing curbside pickup right now. Like they can't come in the store unless they need a fitting, and then we've had like 1 or 2 people in for that. I think maybe no, I think those got canceled because they were like, you know what, just use my old hemline. So yeah, we haven't had the interactions that we usually do where like the cops and firefighters will like come into the store and you can kind of get a read on what things are like out on the streets, because the interactions are so limited. We haven't really had that intel. Oh, not someone I know directly. One of my very close friends, their brother's wife, had their baby like the last week of March, I think, and it just sounds very stressful going through something that should be like really exciting and joyous, under probably not great circumstances. Like I'm sure whatever team was delivering the baby was on top of their shit, but like no one wants to be in a hospital right now. No one wants to be in a hospital anyway. But yeah, certainly smart to avoid them as much as possible. Oh good, the dog is digging more dirt up so he can eat it. He's ventured back into the sun. Let me see if I can show you Bert without the phone doing weird stuff. I don't know if that's a decent angle. Please don't eat dirt. Get out of there. What a menace. Also, I can tell it's allergy season. I'm like real stuffy just from sitting outside. Come here. Just come sit on me. I know you're covered in dirt now. How about this? Shake off your blanket. You can sit on the blanket. Oh, there we go. Is that better? And I'll even cover you with the blanket so the sun isn't on your black fur. How's that? Better? Great. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people talk about how they had, and me included, how they had like weird, I mean, I was calling it a cold at the time, but I had like a weird one over the holidays, which feels way too early for all the COVID stuff, but like, does anyone actually know like where it came from, when it started, how it's like, could have been. I had a really weird, very long running lung issue filled cold situation over the holidays. It went on for like a month. Christmas Day was like, it was the worst holiday because of how I was feeling. It was not great. Oh, good, Carrie. It's been an hour and he's still just been sitting on you the whole time. But yeah, a lot of people were saying that earlier this year they had some colds. So different feeling colds. Yeah. Oh, that breeze. Oh, it feels so nice. This is like it's the perfect weather today. I'm so excited about this. I'm almost out of my beer. Oh, this has been going for an hour, but what time is it? Oh, 2:15. Okay. Why? Go away. It's like a weird, hold on. I opened up a weird thing on the bottom of this. Oh, show me the chat. Jesus Christ. How do I make that go away? I don't need a filter on it. Whatever. This is very annoying. Go back to the chat, please. I don't know what I did, but I did something and now my screen's weird. Did I just disappear for a minute and now I'm back? Okay. I need to run to the bathroom really quick. I'm gonna grab another beer while I'm at it. I will be back. I have to go into the house though, so it may take me a little bit longer. But I will return momentarily. Let's go run inside, little Bert. I'll be right back. Okay. We did it. Oh yeah, I forgot. I messed up the screen. Oh well, I'll just see less of the chat. Eh. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I used to complain about how expensive bias tape was, but now knowing how much of a pain in the ass it is to make. Again, not hard, but just time consuming, and like, it uses up a lot of material to cut it on the bias like that. I know, bud, hold on. You have a leaky eyeball. Ooh. I'm already getting color from sitting outside. That's all right. I'm gonna have to go inside in the next like 20 minutes anyway, but hold on. I'm gonna scoop you. There we go. We got a little Bert. Get him all tucked in. It's actually cooler for him for me to, I don't need to explain heat to you, but it's cooler for him if I like wrap him in a blanket in the sun. Because yeah, he gets really hot if his like black fur is roasting away. Also, because I'm sewing bias tape over like a couple different layers, I like that I can make the bias tape wider. Or some of the bias tape you get at the store, it's really narrow, which is fine for like that. Oh, I never put that iCard in the video from yesterday. Maybe I'll remember to do this after this, probably not, but yeah, I was just edging like a single layer of t-shirt material, so it wasn't the end of the world that it was more narrow. But yeah, the stuff I've been making, I'm okay that it's fairly wide, just because I'm going over like 2 layers of fabric, a lot of pleats. It's bulkier. Where I was given really narrow bias tape, and it was a lot of effort to get it to actually like go around the whole edge of the mask I was making. Ugh. I also have like very pink cheeks, but I'm warm. Like my sunglasses are covering those. I'm warm, but also there's beer, so I get the oh, what's the phrase? My Irish is showing. I don't have to be like any degree of inebriated. It's like, because again, this 4% beer, although they're 16-ounce cans, so it's a bigger beer, but yeah, if I have like a couple sips in me, my cheeks turn pink. I have a no game face. I'll put this down here so it stays in the shade. Oh my god, this beer's so good. All right, I'm gonna save the other 2 cans for some other time. But yeah, oh god, do I wish I could make this fucking thing go away. Just, is this putting a filter on the whole thing? I don't know what I'm pressing right now. Oh, it is, it's making it weird. Okay, I hate this. How do I make it go away? Okay, I did it. Oh, alcohol flush. Yeah, that's a great term for it. Yeah, I mean, I generally am not trying to hide when I'm drinking, but yeah, there, I can't. I physically cannot hide it. Oh my god. I wish you all could try this beer. So it's sour pink lemonade. Or strawberry pink lemonade sour. It just tastes like, I would imagine like a strawberry lemon kombucha that didn't, it's not even that tart. I like sours that like it hurts back here when you take a sip. Not hurt, but like, you know what I'm talking about. Like a sour candy when you get that like, it doesn't have that like bite to it. It's just really light. It's so good. It doesn't taste like beer at all. And yeah, I mean, it's 4%, so I mean, it doesn't taste boozy anyway. This does not taste like an alcoholic drink at all. Ugh, I love it. It's the perfect thing to be drinking today. I'm so happy I treated myself. I know I went on a whole rant about justifying it, but like, I'm working my ass off, and I shouldn't feel guilty spending not even that much money. Over the course of 2 months, I've spent less than $30 on beer. And I also, so much of it is in my fridge now. You lose feeling in your cheeks? Do you like that you can hear the rooster next door? I think there's also a turkey there now. Where we have wild turkeys go through the property sometimes, but I think they're raising one. Because it's like always coming from the same spot, and I think it's just one. Sometimes the rooster, and maybe it's just different birds, but sometimes the rooster sounds like when a toy chicken is losing its batteries. Where he sounds, if it's the same one or it's just a different bird, that sounds like what a rooster crow should sound like. I wish I could do impersonations at all, but it just made me laugh when it had its like morning voice. Well, the point of roosters is to be loud in the morning, right? Now I just want to watch Rockadoodle. That's interesting about the cheeks when you're drunk. I guess I've just never thought about it. My brain is usually occupied with doing dumb shit when I'm drinking, so, or if I'm specifically drunk. So, your tart glands, is that a thing? Well, right, like there's certain parts of your mouth that have. I wish I had taken more biology classes, just generally speaking. Like in high school, I took 2 of them, and I wanted there to be more. But I want to say there was like a chart of your tongue, or of a tongue, in anatomy and physiology that laid out like different parts of your tongue have receptors for different not flavors. What is the word for that? For like sour, sweet, savory flavor profiles? I don't know. I don't know what the terms are. I'm so out of my depth right now. Oh. Because there are definitely some people that hate sour beers, my sister being one of them. And I wonder if she'd like this one because it doesn't have that thing. But she used to like Sour Patch Kids, so it's probably not that's the issue. Because they're like, I mean, for example, I'm not a huge chocolate person. I do like dark chocolate now. And when I was younger, I'd fuck up some Swiss fudge, like super, super creamy chocolate. That was fine, but it was still not like my go-to thing, where I'll eat like a couple dark chocolate covered espresso beans now, and kind of like just chew the chocolate off of the bean. I'll still eat the bean sometimes. I know there's probably more caffeine in the chocolate than the espresso bean. Oh, motorcycles. There's so many motorcycles out. But why not? It's nice out. Yeah, maybe like flavor receptors? I don't know. Also, aren't there 5? It's like sweet, savory, sour. I wish I could find like the scientific like diagram I'm thinking of, because I'm sure I just sound like an idiot. Yeah, like salty. Although, is salty the same as savory, or is that a separate thing? So hard to find Sour Patch Kids. There was like a movie theater box of them, like a section of the candy aisle. I almost stopped to get a bunch of candy, but I stopped myself. I should have just done it, but I also treated myself to beer, so it's like either junk food or beer. I have to pick. Though I've been eating the soft baked M&M cookies. I got more a couple days ago. Like a week. Whenever I did my last grocery haul, I got a bag of the soft baked cookies I've been eating. Where normally I get like one of those bags of like a dozen. Ooh, bitter. Yeah, bitter is one. I feel like there's one more. I hate this. Maybe it's just the 4, actually. Bitter, savory, sweet, sour. There's gotta be one more. Anyway, oh yeah, umami. I was gonna say umami, but I didn't. I feel like when I say it, I just sound real pretentious, but yes, that thing. Oh no, I got hit with a bug. Anyway, I don't eat cookies very often, but I've gotten, this is my 3rd bag of these cookies. And they're big. Like, you've probably seen me eat them in other live streams. I don't want one right now. It's too hot. Maybe now that it's hot, I won't eat as many. But I was at the store that sells them earlier today, and I did not buy another bag because I still have a whole bag of them. The last bag I bought was cooked like the proper amount, because here's my deal, is I like underbaked cookies because they're like soft and chewy in the middle. But I also am a monster and like soggy food, so oh, the flavor, that, I mean, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, it's weird going to the grocery store and just having like entire aisles wiped out, but it's not always the same thing every time. Where bagels were impossible to find, and then today I was able to load up on like a couple bags. I didn't go real wild with it. We go through like we go through like over 2 bags of bagels a week. Like we each eat at least one a day. Sometimes I have more than one, because I'll have like a bagel with cream cheese, and then I will have a bagel sandwich. Fuck, I love bagel sandwiches. Like egg and cheese on a bagel. So we do go through them, but I was able to find like a cinnamon raisin bagel, which is my shit, and also everything bagel, which is also my shit, and just like plain ones. My partner calls raisins poison nuggets, where he likes cinnamon bagels, but not cinnamon raisin. There is a distinction. Oh god, I want Thai food so bad. There's one Thai place in like this whole part of the, like the whole county basically. And I'm really bummed they are not open right now. I hope they are open at the end of this. They're just like preserving funds for the time being. But like, it's not the best Thai food, because in the town I work in, there's like, for New Hampshire Thai food, there's a phenomenal Thai place in the town I work in. But the one that's closer to us is not amazing, but it's still like solid Thai food. And it's supporting like a small business not run by white people in a very white state. So yeah, we try to go there pretty often, but they're not open right now, and I'm like pretty bummed about it. And I really hope they're able to pull through, because I feel like the people that are like, oh, you're gonna get it from ordering Chinese food, which is definitely a percentage of the population around here, aren't the type that were getting Thai food before this anyway. Because like I hadn't even tried it probably until the past like mid-20s at least. I never had Thai food, so I feel like those people with that mentality weren't supporting those people anyway. So I hope that people that had been customers will continue to be customers after this is settled down a little bit. I just like having access to Thai food, and I hope that's still an option. Though I guess like I can just pick it up as takeout in the town I work in and bring it home, but so I've made pad thai a couple times, but from like a kit, like an at-home kit. I'm sure making the sauce isn't that complicated, but like finding the right noodles for it. I live in a very white state, so like the only way to get those type of noodles that aren't the like really dry rice noodles is getting the kit, which is also fine because I cannot eat peanuts, but my partner really likes pad thai. So getting the kit means like I have to handle peanuts less because it's just in a packet, in a little sauce packet. I just put it in the noodles once I like cook all the other stuff together. I fuck up a stir fry. I will make stir fry all day, every day with rice, or like, does stir fry count if it's noodles? Yeah, I do like veggies, and then I'll throw in some shrimp. Cook it down with a little mirin, which I recently learned about. And I like that because it adds a little sweetness to it. It is like, what, 3% alcohol or something? I heard spaghetti makes a decent substitute. I haven't tried that yet because I've been able to find these kits. And again, yeah, it keeps me from having to make the sauce for something that I can't eat. But I have been making stir fries with like soy sauce and mixing some other stuff, you know, cooking down some garlic and stuff. But yeah, I really like I should figure out how to make, what's the dish I get? Like pad see ew, or like a drunken noodle, which seems to just kind of be a spicier version of pad see ew. But yeah, with the like flat noodles in the like really sweet sauce. I think it's all pan fried. That with like some shrimp or just the veggies is very good. So I should take a stab at making that. And both a blessing and a curse. Like I'm frustrated because of it, but I'm also benefiting from it. A lot of people around here just aren't touching like the Asian food section. So getting stuff to make a stir fry and like anything that's not top ramen in the Asian food aisle is bountiful. So I have been making a lot of stir fries and getting like making a stir fry with veggies and just getting like frozen General's chicken on the side, obviously cooking it. But yeah, that's been a good tactic. Chris, it's delicious. Yeah, it's I ordered some last night, and was planning to pick it up today, so I stopped by like right when they opened. And yeah, I'm sad I just got a 4-pack, but I'm glad other people can get it. It's so good. It's not like real tart. It's perfect for the weather today. I also like that you knew what it was without me even holding up the beer can. Well, I guess the thumbnail had the beer can, but it's fucking great. Yeah, how are things with you going? Yeah, it's weird. Like, I guess I didn't realize how often I saw people even just to like pop in for a bit. I mean, I was working at Rockingham, so on days I was picking stuff up for the tastings and everything, I would see people even just for like 5 or 10 minutes. So it's just weird not seeing anyone. I mean, obviously I saw Allie today, but yeah, I miss everyone. And yeah, I cannot recommend this beer enough. I wish I could have like sat on their patio and had it there. And Chris, the breakfast pizza tomorrow. They're doing breakfast pizza again at Kelson, and this will be the second time I'll be missing it. And I'm really sad. I'm really sad about it. Mostly that I don't get to hang out with the friends I usually go with to get breakfast pizza. Yeah, I'm bummed. I could certainly like get some takeout and make my own beer mimosas here, but it's not the same. For anyone that doesn't know, there's a brewery near here that makes breakfast pizza the last weekend of the month, and it's the greatest thing. It's one of my favorite things in the whole world. And yeah, obviously everywhere is closed for like dine-in, so you can get takeout, but it's just not the same. And like, I would usually meet friends for breakfast pizza, and that part is not happening. So like, I don't know. I think I'll be sad if I order it for takeout and bring it home and then just eat it by myself. So your dog needs a safari suit. I probably have material to make Bert something like that. Also, he is fully tucked in. I mean, I uncovered him. But he's loving being outside right now. Also, I promise I have shorts. Oh, cool burp, bud. I promise I have shorts on. The blanket is just covering them. Yeah, it sounds like the state of emergency is still in place, but I don't know if the stay-at-home order is still in place. So it's possible there will be some version of like dine-in, or I just want to sit on a patio, even if I am far away from other people. I just want to sit outside at a brewery and like have a beer there. But it sounds like it's possible that they'll still be opening up to some degree after May 4th, because we're under a stay-at-home order until May 4th here. I don't know what Massachusetts is like. I thought there was another dog coming around. This breeze. I hope it's nice in Mass too. It's so nice here. If I could have 6 months of this weather, I'd be in heaven. This is it's like a perfect day. I'm so thankful everyone's hanging out for a live stream right now, because this is exactly what I needed. I feel so much better. I haven't had that like tightness in my chest at all today, and it's been really nice. What time is it? It is 2:42. I do think I have to go soon. Yeah, I mean, it's fruitless to try and plan anything right now because everything's a shit show and up in the air. But I'm not in a rush to be around a bunch of crowds, but if I can like bring my own lawn chair, or sit on a company provided chair, and like sit outside, spread out from other people, but just, yeah, being able to, maybe they should just have people come like one at a time to sit outside and have a beer. I don't mind going to the breweries by myself and like working on stuff. I certainly have edited, I'd say like 20% of my Sewing Nerd videos at Kelson. Just because it's fun to like, otherwise I go to the library and do it if I'm not doing it at home. So I certainly don't mind sitting alone at the breweries. I know that's not everybody's deal, and like part of the fun of going is seeing people that you like chatting with. So yeah, I'm curious what it's gonna look like this summer. I'm nervous, but I'm looking forward to hang out again, even if we're separated out enough and it, you know, only so many people can hang out in a place at a time. I am on what is basically the equivalent of my porch, and all the neighbors are doing yard work right now, and it's not bothering me in the slightest. Granted, I live with the person that like is running chainsaws all the time, so. Yeah, it's not too windy, which has been nice. Oh, so I put the link to the pattern in, did I add it in yesterday's description? I think the past couple videos I've posted, I've added the description, I've added the link in the description. That's how those words work. But if you just look up AB mask for a nurse by a nurse, that's the pattern I've been using. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions on it, and I'll help you out. But there's a really good video by Angela Clayton. Oh. Oh, great. Thank you so much. Oh, perfect. No. Yeah, it's Instructables. That's the site the link is on. But yeah, if I knew how to use my phone better, I could like add the link, you know, go look it up and link it. But I disappeared last time I tried closing out like to a different window while I was live streaming last weekend. So I'll hold off on that. But yeah, I found that super easy. And then, yeah, Carrie's been mentioning the, Olsen mask. And that's that like curved one in the front. I think I'm going to try that this week just to see how it goes. I don't, like, I'll probably still be doing the straps and stuff, and it'll be a pretty similar process for that, but I would imagine those work up quicker. I like the pleats though, because it like fans out to cover like under here, where I haven't tried out the Olsen one, so I don't know how it fits. But that was my initial like decision between looking up what pattern I was looking for. Plus, yeah, the title of the AB mask is For a Nurse by a Nurse, so I was like, well, that seems like, you know, if I'm gonna be donating to hospitals and what have you, maybe that's the route to go. But some want certain designs, certain places have different criteria, so it depends on where you're going with it. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure I've seen a lot of both of them, so obviously like they seem to both be decent. We'll see. I don't want to like poo-poo something that I haven't tried yet. Because it's different, I'm like, I haven't done that one yet, so I'm going to stubbornly sit in my corner with the more complicated one, because even just looking at the pattern design, like, the Olsen ones look way simpler to put together than the ones I've been doing. But it has been really good practice for pleating and doing darts. Even just like flipping stuff out and top stitching and making bias tape, you know? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. A lot of the local healthcare workers that have been posting in local groups are like, we'll take whatever you have. Where I haven't donated directly to any hospitals yet, so I don't know. I don't know that we've been hit that hard yet. So I don't know what demand on the system there is for us locally. But, you know, with people protesting at the State House last weekend, it's coming. And I hate to, like, laugh about these things. It's my dark sense of humor. I feel like I look like a crazy person when I smile about those things. There were just a lot of protesters that then got diagnosed with COVID-19. And it's like, what did you think was going to happen? I don't understand. I personally do not get it, but I also don't think my life is important than someone else's. I don't think it's less important than someone else's, but I don't think it's more important than someone else's. And if there's stuff I can do, literally just by not going out as much, I am still working. It is part-time, but like my place of business is still open, and like I can do some work from home. I am not as desperate a time as some other people, and I have like savings squirreled away, so not to like plug a bunch of shit, but for real, like, because of my Patreon and my coffee page and my Etsy, and a lot of my Etsy business is from you all, like, that's why I am not freaking the fuck out financially. I mean, I have a pretty small financial output, I guess. Like, there's paying for living quarters and, you know, phone payment and gas and truck payment and all those things. But I don't spend much outside of that. Not much outside of essentials. So, like, it's not hard for me to tighten the belt. And I have had a pretty tight belt for most of my life. So it's not like... I think that's the biggest thing, and why I feel like guilty about buying beer, is because I tipped them also, but I spent $12 on a 4-pack, and that feels like so luxurious to me. But that's just how I've always been, so yeah, I'm okay with just not going out to do stuff right now because it's helping save other people. I'm also a Hufflepuff, so of course that's my mentality. It doesn't feel like that big of a sacrifice. Honestly, a car convoy protest, I understand people being upset, of course. Like, this sucks. This super fucking sucks. I'm not happy during this. I don't think anybody should be happy during any of this. But standing by the hundreds at the State House in very close quarters and then making those people sick, like, I know they were all going by choice and they were doing it to themselves, but my heart still hurts that they, like, I mean, basically got their comeuppance, but, like, I don't want people to die unnecessarily from this, and, like, just fucking go home. Yeah, that is my stance on this. That's my favorite sentence of this entire chat, Chris, is you drink too much at home watching Fraggle Rock. I'm for people like taking action to voice their discontent with things. And I think like a car convoy, I still disagree with people protesting this stuff. But a car convoy is at least them safely going about it so that, I don't know, that doesn't bother me as much as the people literally like standing directly next to each other and shouting and just so much spit everywhere. Oh, God. Yeah, that is the biggest problem, right? Is like they're making the choice to be around each other, but everyone else they interact with, like if they're going to the grocery store after being around a crowd of people and then they hand money to a kid ringing their groceries up that's 16 and then maybe that kid doesn't get it, but they spread it to their grandmother. Like people don't think about it in that way where I am the dog is chewing his feet. If you're like, what is that weird gross noise? Yeah, that sucks. It seems very, very selfish where, again, my life is not more important than someone's grandmother's life or someone's like friend that has MS or something. Like I don't know what specific diseases are more affected by this, but any autoimmune stuff, I don't even know if MS is autoimmune. I should know. I've done MS charity walks and stuff before. But it's not about me is the thing, and those people are making it about them, and that's very frustrating and entitled, and entitlement is like my biggest gripe in this world. So yeah, very frustrated. I'm gonna go back in to the house. I don't want to because it's perfect out. But I need to get my phone on a charger. I'm going to watch Project Runway with a friend of mine. Like older, I don't think the show's a thing anymore. Is it? Is it still running? I don't know. But watching a season of All Stars with a friend of mine because I'm trying to learn more about like actual fashiony things. Like I'm trying to also learn about fabric and garment construction and like the logistics of it. But then I'm trying to educate myself on the like why certain style skirts work with certain style tops and why certain color palettes work together. And that is a great show for that because it kind of shows both. It like I didn't know what ombre dyeing was before I saw an episode about it, or someone did it in an episode of Project Runway. So I haven't watched a ton of the show, but I'm very excited to watch more of it in like 5 minutes. So I think I'm gonna head out and get everything set up for that and go inside because I still look very white, but when I went inside to go to the bathroom earlier, I was like, oh well shit, I am getting some color out here. I mean, I've been sitting in direct sunlight for almost 2 hours, so are we surprised? No. I can't tell because there's so much glare on the screen, but I would imagine my cheeks are very pink right now. I'm about to finish my second Floyd beer. It's so good. Yeah, have a good day, Chris. Hopefully we'll get to cheers together soon. Yeah, I will say this is the one argument for us actually having some like Native American in our blood is I can spend many hours outside without getting a sunburn. I don't know why have fun with your runways got me so good, but thank you, Sama. I hope we can catch up soon. I'm having like a lazy couch potato day with Lego boyfriend tomorrow because he's been working anytime I haven't been working, so we're gonna have like a lazy day with Bert tomorrow. But yeah, maybe some night this coming week. I feel like I've been extra hard to like schedule stuff with. Yeah, my sister burns pretty easily. She has the more like, she looks very obviously Irish, where I feel like I have a, I mean, we have a lot of like Northern European ethnicity, but yeah, I don't burn like she does. But I just have like darker features in general, so yeah. Before I do get a sunburn though, I'm gonna go in. I appreciate everyone hanging out. There are neighbors walking by. One of them has a shaved head, and I've never seen them before, and it's a woman with a shaved head. Where it's a pretty like conservative neighborhood. I live in a pretty conservative state, so part of me wants to be like, hey, you guys look cool. I don't talk to any of the neighbors. There's one I kind of talk to because she lives next door, and I have cat sat for her before. Okay, anyway, I have to sneeze. Oh god, excuse me. Yeah, maybe it's someone I do recognize, but they just got that quarantine bite. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out. This has been super great. This is like, oh, hold on, we'll get more Bert. Oh no, wait. Oh, what a little pancake. Yeah, this has been super rad. I hope this has been helpful, I guess. Yeah, if any of you are looking for help on bias tape, I did do a hopefully helpful video on it yesterday. It is like 25 minutes long or something, so I don't blame you if you don't want to watch it all the way through for like 4 minutes worth of information. But I show how to make like the straps with the bias tape and how to attach it and how to use a bias tape maker and how to do it with pins without a bias tape maker. So if you want it, the information is there, but no pressure. I know my videos are not succinct, so it's all good. I'm going to let this little guy find something to pee on and then go watch Project Runway. I'm so excited. Okay. Oh, it's already 3 o'clock. Oh god, I'm late. Okay. I will, oh, thanks, Carrie. Yeah, thank you all for hanging out. I will talk to you all soon, but yeah, another video Friday, hopefully gathered skirt. Fingers crossed I have that together by Friday. And then, yeah, I'll see you then. Bye!